CCR, you know what that song means. CCR, put me in, coach.
I had
Here
to
we
say
are.
that a lot back in my day.
Yeah, that would happen with you.
Yeah.
This is Zach, joined with Curtis from the Big League Baseball blog. This is the Big League Baseball podcast. If you have a better name for it, please tell us.
Yeah, we want to know.
Yes.
Absolutely, because that's a horrible name you came up with.
I'm sorry. Well, we're here talking about the AL East right now. Season preview. 09 is coming up on us. A couple days away. NL East is looking pretty exciting. Am I right?
Absolutely. I can't agree with you more. Well, I think a lot of people are saying 4 teams can win this division. I don't know if I agree with that. I think the Braves are going to be down. But I could see the Mets, Phillies, or Marlins winning this division. Yes, I did say the Marlins because everybody thinks I'm crazy saying that.
Hanley Ramirez down there.
That, and I think they have the best 1, 2, 3 in the division with Nolasco, Josh Johnson, and Chris Volstad. I really think that's a better 1, 2, 3 than the Mets or the Phillies. The thing that's hurting the Phillies is they don't have anything behind Cole Hamels. Moyer, you know what you get. Myers, he can be up and down. Blanton's never done anything in Chan Ho Park. So I think the Marlins could win at least the wild card possibly, and maybe even steal the division if things would fall right.
Now, let's keep talking about the Phillies here. You did an NL East preview on the blog, Big League Baseball blog.blogspot.com. If you haven't gone there, I don't know how you're listening to this. You thought that the Phillies might finish third.
That's correct.
Which was a little bit surprising when I first read that. Why?
Well, like I said, I think it's pitching. Hamels is a stud, but the thing is, he's got a little tweak in the elbow, so you never know. Their lineup's brilliant. Rollins, Victorino, but then you get into Utley, Howard, Ibanez comes over from Seattle, Jason Worth, Pedro Feliz. So they're solid in the lineup. It's that pitching staff. Now, they do have a kid they're talking about bringing up in June. His name's Carlos Carrasco. Sad but true, if Hamels can't get better, he might be coming up earlier than that. He's the prize of that organization as an arm. And then they have Lidge closing the door. I just think the pitching is a key with the Florida team, and that's why I think Florida can finish second.
Is that kid still there that was supposed to be traded to Japan?
Who?
The kid who had the practical joke pulled on him?
Kyle Kendrick?
Yes.
He's still there, but he'd be in the bullpen.
That was hilarious.
It was great. April
That's
Fool's
awesome.
joke? Absolutely.
All right, so I assume you're having the Mets to win this division?
I do have the Mets.
Why?
A couple reasons. One, their lineup is just sick. Reyes will lead off. Murphy, Wright, Delgado, Beltran. It never stops. The thing I don't understand with these managers, I understand you want your 5-hole hitter to be quality, get some at-bats. My thing is, if I'm running this lineup, I'm going Reyes, Beltran, Wright, and Delgado. How would you like to be a pitcher coming out and you know you're facing Reyes, Beltran, and Wright to start the first inning? You know you're going to eventually probably face Delgado in the first. You want to get people on base.
No, thank you.
So I know you have Church, Castillo, and Schneider after that. That's a little down, but that 1 through 5. Daniel Murphy's quality. The interesting thing, they just signed Gary Sheffield yesterday. That is you know what? If he can get his bat speed back, that's an interesting combination there to throw into an already stellar lineup. Then you have the best pitcher in the league in Johan Santana as your ace. Pelfrey, Perez, Maine, and Livan Hernandez are all serviceable. Probably none of them are number 2s, but they're all number 3, number 4 kind of pitchers. And then K-Rod at the back of the bullpen, he was the big acquisition for the year.
All right, I'm looking through SI right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I preview.
And I'm boring.
Yeah. They have Atlanta in third, but you are just not big on Atlanta whatsoever.
I'm not on Atlanta. And I wanted to add one more thing to the Mets, and I'm really sorry. I love Tim Kirkjian from ESPN. He's my favorite.
Right.
And he's the historian of ESPN for baseball. He said never can he find that ever has any team ever acquired 2 closers in the offseason that had 40 saves or more to go to the same team the following year. So they had J.J. Putz and K-Rod. That was their drawback last year was the Mets.
Yeah.
And that they couldn't finish games. They didn't have a closer with Billy Wagner being out for the year. And they still, even though they couldn't close games out, they still outscored teams by 84 runs last year, which is huge. So that's why I like the Mets. They're just going to get better, and I think they're going to run away with the division.
Right.
So Atlanta, I don't see it. You got Escobar top of the lineup, Kelly Johnson. They don't scare you at top of the lineup. Then you get the Chipper, who's really, really hurt often now that he's getting a little older. I didn't understand the contract extension recently. McCann hits fourth, great. Garrett Anderson, he's just up there in age. I don't even think he got to 20 homers last year in a serviceable Angels lineup. He's hitting around Vladimir, so he's going to get pitches to hit, and he couldn't hit 20 out. Frank Core, he came up as gangbusters early in his career, and now he just can't figure it out. Casey Kochman just hits for average. He'd get you maybe 15 home runs. And Josh Anderson playing center field. I know this sounds funny, but I'm wondering if Anderson just got traded to Detroit. He did. Yeah. Okay, so they have a different center fielder. I'm missing something. If you give me a second, I'll tell you who their center fielder is, and I should know that. But their pitching staff, they signed Derek Lowe. That's a good sign. But after that, there's nothing there that really scares me. Center fielder is now Jordan Schaefer. He's a kid. Their starting pitchers are Derek Lowe, Javier Vasquez, Jurgens. Sorry. They signed the kid, Kawakami. That's it. And Glavinger 5. But after Derek Lowe, you really don't have anything that you're probably for sure going to get. I got Vasquez will get you 12 to 15 wins, but after that, it's all question marks.
People will get used to listening to you that you can't really pronounce names.
Oh, yeah.
So
I don't. I just say what I think they should sound like.
Exactly. And I'll correct you if I feel like it.
That's good.
All right. The last team in that division, the Nationals.
Okay, we're done covering them. What's next?
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Are they going to be as bad as maybe like the Pirates team that may lose 100 games?
Oh, I think absolutely. I think absolutely. I think they need to figure out if they're going to be a team that wants to compete in Major League Baseball, because all this talk right now is about this kid at San Diego State named Steven Strasburg.
Right.
He's got an arm that's more than a bazooka. I heard that his first fastball of the night was 99, and his last fastball in the seventh inning was 102. So they say he's the best prospect to ever come along. They need to decide if they are going to sign this guy and take him number 1 overall, because if they do, Boris is his agent. You come into signability at that point. So not drinkability. Bud Light's the sponsor.
That's true.
Signability. He would be an ace on this staff from day one. Scouts have already said he's better than AJ Burnett, and the Yankees just gave AJ $84 million. Yeah. Over a certain amount of time. So that's a key. They need this. They need a face of franchise. They needed a stud. I know they signed Adam Dunn in the offseason. He's just not. I love the guy, but he just strikes out too much to be a big-time all-star.
Yes.
Zimmerman hitting third. He did it 3 years ago as a Rookie of the Year. Opened the park with a home run, which was huge for Washington, but he was really hurt last year, and that hurts him. But they really struggle. They don't really have a lot of talent there.
See, I throw 102 on MLB The Show, and I'm still in the minor league, so I don't understand that.
Yeah, you should already be up there. The thing is about the Strasburg that I've heard is that they say that if you're just about pronouncing names, I pronounce that wrong. They say if you throw 100 to 102 and you get up in that miles per hour, that it's always a straight fastball. There's no movement. His has movement. It tails. It dips. That's the difference. He has something sick. I think it's 94 strikeouts and 7 walks. So he has control. Wow. He's just got it all. So,
anything else to add about the NL East?
No, I really like the Mets. I think what Manaea did there in signing K-Rod and figuring out a way to trade for J.J. Putz is absolutely brilliant. I wish the Cardinals would have traded for Heilman, because that's who they traded to get Putz. I think Heilman would look great in a Cardinal rotation. That's me being a Cardinal fan, but I think K-Rod, Putz at the end of the 7th, 8th, and 9th is just huge for a squad that already outscored their opponents by 84, and that's because they had a ton of blown saves. I just think they are, in fact, I have them coming out of the NL. Little foreshadowing there.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to the preview of the NL East on the Big League Baseball blog.blogspot.com. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and email us at bigleaguebaseballblog@gmail.com, or you can always comment on the website, and we'll get back to you. Thanks for listening.